category 6 sex offender here in Maryland. Heading to Salisbury. I told you before that I was going to dig up some registry court papers, so if you bear with me, I want to show you some things that'll really shed some light on this. Hang on to this for 1 second. Thank you. I have United States Post Office. This is where I mailed my reply to when they changed everything from the 10 years that I was told to a lifetime, and from registering once a year to 4 times a year. This is without court. This is without any new offenses. This is without any offenses at all. I haven't had any trouble. So, I haven't heard a single thing back from them, and the date, if you look, is 11/18/2010. So, here's some numbers, just things I've jotted down. And I want to hang on to that. My girlfriend's trying to help work drive. I wanted to show you some of the documents that I had. I went back through cases, everything. There's nothing that said anything about my offense was violent. It was a 3rd-degree sex offense that ended up being consensual contact, not even sex. And these are court papers. And I'll read you what I have here, which is from a law book, 3rd-degree sex offense. They have it on different tiers. Where I should be, tier 2, it reads, a sexual act with another person who is under 16 years of age and the person performing the act is at least 21 years of age, or vaginal intercourse, same deal with the same thing. That's a tier 2 because it's a 464B, but then there's subsections. Some of the other subsections have they have that the people have threatened or places the victim in fear. None of that happened. None of that at all. But it's still here. So let me look through some more and find you some other things that I have here. I have the definitions of tier 3 and all this craziness. And then here's just one piece of paper I have. Here's my case history. I have letters from my lawyer that promise me that I'll only have 10 years and the only people will find it. There's nothing about the registry on any of my initial court papers. And then, as you can see here, this is from 11/15/02. About 2 years later, they came out. And you can see my name at the top, and, well, number 1, it's State of Maryland, Department of Public Safety, okay? It says, Talbot County Sheriff's Office, and it says you must register in person annually, 1 time, for 10 years. I have about 15 documents that say that. It says nothing more than anything else, but for some reason, and I'll show you more and more documents, they just change it. This is, listen, 1, they say it's not punitive. You go on the list. Whether or not it's punitive. Can't get jobs, people, you're alien. I mean, come on, please, come on. And I'm going to go back to this. This is like you getting told for your DUI or whatever it is that you get that you're going to serve 2 months probation, and they say they no court trial, no anything. They just say, oh, by the way, we've changed the laws, it's lifetime. I'll show you again. State of Maryland, my name, the date, where I signed it, Chief Deputy Blessing, who was the sheriff at the time, who also told me at the time the only people that would ever see this, if there was no internet back then that they knew of, well, you know, cities knew of it, but we're in a small town. But the only person that would know would be him and the superintendent of schools, and that was just in case there was another case that was similar to this, they'd obviously know to come and investigate the guys that had prior history, which, you know, that made sense to me. Even though, again, I always refute these charges, and I always will. And one day I'll get an answer. It's not for me to know now. God will really, you know, reveal more later. But for 10 years, circled. I have about 10 documents that say that. I have pictures on the registry that say 10 years. But then all of a sudden it's a lifetime. You tell me.